we tried for? We were talking about an innocent man sentenced to die for his political views as a young Black Panther and supporter of the MOVE organization. Even the Labor Action Committee that mobilized for this demonstration was founded in solidarity with organizations calling for a new trial. And in the leaflet that's for this rally, they peddled the illusion that the same capitalist courts which sentenced Mumia to death would now give a maximum sentence to white bar cop Meserly, the cop who executed Oscar Grant in cold blood. Last Friday, the judge indicted not Meserly, but his victim, Oscar Grant. If there is going to be a genuine fight for Mumia's freedom, there can be no illusions in the courts which defend bourgeois law and order. There should be no illusions in Obama, who's pro-death penalty, the commander-in-chief of U.S. imperialism, or his warden-in-chief, Eric Holder. Other groups are petitioning Obama and Holder for justice for Mumia. This is a call to the federal government. Remember, the FBI killed 38 Panthers and railroaded scores of others. The stakes are high for Mumia, but any real fight for his freedom must be based on a class struggle opposition to the capitalist rulers. The forces of capitalist law and order want to kill Mumia or bury him alive in prison, not only to silence his voice, but to send a message to minority youth, to union militants, to leftists, and anyone who would dare defy their system of exploitation and racist oppression. To put an end to the capitalist state's machinery of death, from the cops who gunned down Black and minority youth on the street to the bloody military occupiers of Iraq and Afghanistan, means getting rid of this entire system of exploitation and imperialist war and racial oppression. Our fight to free Mumia is part of the struggle to build a revolutionary party. That's what we fight for in the Spartacus League, that can lead the working class and oppressed in destroying capitalist America, this hellish racist prison, through socialist revolution.
Welcome to participate and to speak. The most effective action that we have here in the Bay Area that mobilized masses of people was in April of '99, when longshoremen shut down every port on the West Coast and 25,000 people here in San Francisco marched to demand freedom for Mumia Abu-Jamal. It was unfortunate that the Partisan Defense Committee did not mobilize and participate with its men during that mass mobilization for Mumia. Our next speaker from the Revolutionary Youth Club is Raphael. Raphael.
So y'all, I'm Raphael from the Bay Area Revolution Club, and I just want to say that I agree with some of the people have said, that we live in a system based on oppression and exploitation, based on racism ever since its foundation. A system that's got 1 in 8 young Black men locked in prison. A system that's determined to put down any sign of resistance ever since someone was mentioning COINTELPRO and what they did to the Black Panther Party. This is why they got Mumia locked in prison right now, because they don't want a new generation of young people to dream that another world is possible. They don't want a new generation of young people to be inspired by Mumia's example. As a matter of fact, the first protest that I ever went to in the late 90s was a protest for freedom for Mumia. And it just goes to show how Mumia's example, how his model of a life lived as a revolutionary can inspire people. And this is exactly what they want to put down. This is the role that the police play. This is the role that the whole prison system plays. And that's why they're determined to keep him locked up, to throw away the key, and to kill him if we can. And we cannot allow the system to kill a revolutionary.
That's right.
So, with that, I just want to lead a chant. Don't let the system kill a revolutionary. Don't let the system kill a revolutionary.
Don't let the system kill a revolutionary. Don't let the system kill a revolutionary. Don't let the system kill a revolutionary. Don't let the system kill a revolutionary. Don't let the system kill a revolutionary.
Don't let the system
Kill a revolutionary.
And I just want to say, as the message and call from the Revolutionary Communist Party says, the days when this system can keep on doing what it does to people, when people just put their heads down and allow it to happen and say that's just the way it is, those days need to be over, and they can be. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Raphael from the Revolution Club. Our next speaker is chairman of the Labor Action Committee, which organized this rally, Chris Kinder. Chris?
Oh, hit the wrong button, Doug. All right. I'm glad to see everyone here. It's very important that we make this statement today, that we protest and struggle against the absolute persecution of Mumia Abu-Jamal and others like him by this racist, corrupt, capitalist legal system, which today is having a hearing in Philadelphia, the Third Circuit Court, to decide whether Mumia gets death or life in prison. Now, remember, it's a court hearing, but the question of Mumia's innocence has not been allowed in the courts. They have thrown out evidence after evidence after evidence that should release Mumia. They have thrown out their own precedents in order to keep Mumia on death row. And we say, to hell with the courts. We have no trust in the courts. We have expect no justice from the courts. And we think that the entire legal system, well, let me give you a little example. Back in October 23rd, the Longshore Union shut down the courts in the Bay Area to remember Oscar Grant, to demand jail killer cops. Oscar Grant, of course, was a young black man, I'm sure everyone knows by now, who was lying face down on a pavement, not resisting, and he was shot in the back by a thug wearing a blue uniform. Now, a lot of people think, well, legal system's broken, we have to fix it, and we have to appeal to the Obama government to do something about it. Maybe we have to try to get a new trial so that the system can fix its mistake. Well, what they're ignoring, I think Clarence Darrow, the famous lawyer, summed it up very well in 1902. He said the laws are really organized for the protection of the men who rule the world. They were never organized or enforced to do justice. Okay? The legal system is not broken. It's doing its job just fine.
For it. Okay, the San Francisco Labor Council has commended that action. Well, we need to go write a letter to the San Francisco Labor Council and the Alameda Central Labor Council and every other union to put it into action, to organize some strike action against the jailing of Mumia Abu-Jamal and against the injustice for Oscar Grant. If you're in a union, get your unions off their asses. Okay? Pay attention to what the Longshore did, shutting down the ports. Okay? Pay attention to what's happening in France. Workers have to use their power to challenge of the historical track.
That the Longshore Union has attempted to harness the social power of the working class by shutting down ports for Mumia and for Oscar Grant. But we longshoremen can't do it alone. It has to be a significant sector of the working class in this country, because Mumia and Oscar Grant will never get justice in the racist capitalist system. I just would say this, if we cannot mobilize, and if the state dares to execute an innocent man, Mumia Abu-Jamal, they will be doing what they did to John Brown in 1859. They will be executing a fighter against slavery, against racism, against capitalism, and they will be starting a fire in this country that they cannot put out. Yes. And I say that because we're in the midst of a capitalist crisis. Thousands and thousands of people are out of work. People are getting thrown out of their homes. This is a tinderbox waiting to explode, and if they dare to execute Mumia Abu-Jamal, there will be a fire in this country that the ruling class will not be able to put out. So please join me in this chant. An injury to one is an injury to all. Free Mumia Abu-Jamal.